Oh, we got a lot of mines and stuff, but it's fine. We got plenty of room now. Too much booty, Cohh? Dude, I do have a significant amount of refuse in my derriere. Yeah. There is much junk in my trunk. I didn't even know your character in Cyberpunk had a full-blown quest. I thought you were just there to blabber on. Is that new to 2.0 or Phantom Liberty, or is that old? Nope, I've always had a quest. Yeah. Not only does my character have a quest in Cyberpunk, but it's actually like an awesome quest, and I'm still to this day baffled that CDPR like did that. It's an actual awesome quest.
Didn't even smudge the paint.
It's wild, dude. Hopefully there'll be some follow-up to Gary's situation in Project Orion. A girl can dream, right? Red Fuzz Rat, have you seen the new Ultima successor Moon Ring? It looks good. That is the first I have ever heard of that. Is that this? Oh, like old school Ultima. Dang, I thought you meant like later style Ultima. It looks pretty cool, but wow, look at that. A lot of skills and stuff. That's pretty cool. Got a huge retro feel. Yeah, looks like it could be fun. No, I've never heard of that, to answer your question. But you know, I'd much rather have like a newer Ultima.
Mission takes priority.
I bet operations.
Son of Bone, yep. Alt channel. You got it.
Looking forward to reading your report. Excuse me.
You're back. So how did it go?
I've successfully infiltrated the Crimson Fleet. I'm confident this plan is going to work.
Then things are moving forward. Perfect.
Nice job, Rook.
I was certain we'd fool Delgado, but never. She's a sharp one. Overcoming her.
Don't worry, she has
scrutiny is
terrible
no small
judgment.
matter. Did you discover anything worth reporting yet?
I'm searching for a Galbank ship named Legacy that was carrying some type of lost fortune.
Legacy. Why does that sound familiar? Wait a moment. Are you telling me Delgado may have actually located Crix's legacy?
You're kidding. Crix's legacy. I always wondered if that damn thing was real.
Judging from the fact that this data involves both Crix and legacy, I'd say it's as real as it gets, Ranger Cohh.
I suppose it's possible, sir. Intelligence picked up a bit of chatter on that subject recently. We assumed it was some sort of tall tale or a story to attract recruits to their cause.
Oh my God, wait, did he actually do it? Hold on. Okay. So I thought he posted it as a joke, but apparently Triwar did just put my face on Ada Wong's body for the Resident Evil 4 Separate Ways thumbnail. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, I definitely thought that was a joke. But, all right. We'll go with it. To be fair, I look great as Ada Wong, so I mean, I don't really... It's fine. I believe it's real.
Well, we can solve that little mystery in about 10 seconds. Let me see what we
Oh,
have
I
here.
saw it. I didn't realize that
Nope.
that was...
There are no records
real.
of a Gal Bank transport named the Legacy in the database. I think Delgado's trying to manipulate you. What do you think, sir?
I think there's no record because Gal Bank is hiding something. Delgado's no fool. If he risked his own neck to get that information, then he must be on to something. We have to take this seriously. What's your next move?
Animadeer says, how do you feel about Asmongold pulling so much of your content lately for reactions? Here's how I feel about it. I am wildly successful. I am thrilled that other creators find enjoyment in my content. And if they want to use my content to make their own content, I am fine with it. I know. I'm sorry. You probably wanted a more dramatic answer, but it's cool. I really don't mind. I'm thrilled that he finds some kind of value in my content. That's great. So, yeah. I suppose to board a
If you
Starliner
will
to steal
kindly continue.
Galbank's... Well, I'm trying to. I suppose to board a Starliner to steal Galbank's archive credentials.
Clever, Delgado. Very clever. If I were in your place, I'd be trying to do the exact same thing. We can't let Delgado get his hands on what could potentially turn out to be the largest haul of credits the Crimson Fleet's ever seen.
Maybe I should head out to New Atlantis, sir. I could press the Gal Bank execs for information. Get ahead of everything.
No. Let's allow this to run its course. We have our agent here feeding us information. I think that's good enough for now. There's more to this than just finding the location of the transport. Jasper Cricks was clever. For some reason, he never got there.
Are you reacting to the reaction of the chat member reacting to Asmon reacting to your reactions to games? No, Julia, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to pog so hard that the only thing you can possibly do is click on it due to my pogging. But yeah, it's called cyclopog. It's like cyclical pogging. Yeah. I'll proceed as planned then.
It's imperative that you do. If the Crimson Fleet gets its hands on a transport full of currency, it would be disastrous for the settled systems. I need you to do whatever you can to bring us more information. And for God's sake, don't kill anyone on that Starliner. You're both dismissed.
I mean, I'll do my best,
taking a
but,
shine to
you
you.
know, stuff happens.
It's got good taste.
To be fair, they should have asked you before posting content with your face on it. I'm not sure exactly what you're in reference to, but again, I don't.
I saw one of the
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. We, you know, as a gamer, I kind of understand that almost every game is based on taking a previous game and then putting your own spin or tastes on it, and then kind of moving it forward with either new mechanics or new art style or new something. That's how games work. They kind of build off each other. So there is a certain type of content creation that works the same way, where literally their style of content creation is taking other people's content and then adding on their own stuff to it. Is that my style of content? No, I'm kind of at the bottom of that rung. I tend to go to the games and then I just play the games. But other people's forms of content is taking like my reactions, other reactions, me being in games, things like that, and then they build their own stuff off it. It's one thing if somebody takes my stream and puts it on their YouTube and claims it as their own. It's an entirely different thing if somebody takes my stream or something I've said or something I've did and then adds their own reactions to it and then puts that on YouTube. because there's a very good chance that, especially if it's a larger creator, there will be tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of people that will then see that video that never would have before because that person is reacting to it. And then there's a very good chance that some of those people will then come back to my content and see it that never would have seen it before because it happened through that person. So there's this weird idea that React content is like stealing, but the way that it works is the larger the person that is doing the React content, the more it's actually going to help that smaller person, then it's going to hinder them. So it's, and frankly, from my perspective, every so often I get linked clips from larger YouTubers and larger streamers reacting to my stuff. And I'm kind of like, oh, that's, personally, I liked watching it. It's like, cool, that's fun to watch. Crippy D says it's extremely low effort. Well, I mean, literally you're watching something and reacting to it. It doesn't get much lower effort than that. But I mean, I'm just playing a game and you're watching it. So, I mean, you know, who am I to say that their stuff is low effort? You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, you got to kind of remember where you're coming from with this stuff. You know, I'm not exactly here doing a song and dance for you. We're just hanging out and playing games. So, but yeah, again, and I think even people who make React content understand this. It's one thing to just rip someone's content off. It's another thing to watch it, react to it, and then have your audience see how you are reacting to it because they are interested in seeing your reactions, in this case, the larger YouTubers, their reactions of that content. So, yeah. What's on tap tonight? I'm about to pop open this Deep Eddy's Lemon. Yeah.
Lamps released.
In a perfect world, and maybe one day we'll get to this point, in a perfect world, there would be a content creation platform where if someone, like in what we were using, the example we were using, if Asmongold reacted to my content, then he would be able to tag my channel. It would get the same views because the content is mine. Like in a perfect world, there would be the mechanical implementation for React content to properly delegate all of this stuff to the proper parties. We don't live in that world. We don't live, like right now, React content is in its most fledgling basic forms. So we don't live in that world right now. One day we will. Because right now it's super popular, and I guarantee you YouTube and other places are looking into ways to properly do this because no one has. But until that time comes, if there's anyone that gets frustrated by people reacting to their stuff and then putting that on their own YouTube, I feel like they don't really fundamentally understand the ecosystem that we currently exist in. Because again, 99% of the time, it's only going to help the people in those situations. It's different, again, if you just rip their content off, or if it's like, and this is where it gets weird, if the YouTubers are the same size, or if a smaller YouTuber reacts to a larger YouTuber, it gets a little bit weirder. But I mean, we could talk for an hour about this. Like, think there are situations where it gets a little bit weird. Like there was a lot of React content for a while where the person that would watch the React content would have like literally no reactions. So they'd literally just sit there on the screen watching something, and then they post that on their YouTube. Like that's different. That's different. At that point, you're really just watching the content. You're not really watching any reactions taking place. That's different. But especially like in so many cases like Asmongold. Like Asmongold never just sits and watches. He always has something to say or add or to actually react to or something like that. So that's a completely different thing. And to be fair, I'd say the large majority of React contenters are that way. So one second, my wife is sending me funny messages. My wife made this really good spinach pasta tonight, where she took spinach and flour and salt, and then she boiled it, and she made this like really good spinach pasta. And it was tasty. And I told her, I was like, did you know that if you were to take, I mean, it's kind of like a spin on gnocchi, right? And I told her, if you were to take that and then you were to melt some butter in a pan and add some salt and garlic, and then you were to saute that garlic in the butter, and then you were to put that pasta in that melted butter, and then fry, and then give like a nice little fry on each side of that pasta, that it would be amazing. And her response was, I tell you I made amazing pasta, and your first reaction was fry it. You really are from the South. And I can't argue with that. I really can't. I have nothing to say to that. Especially because I tried the pasta and it was delicious how it was, so. But just saying, a little bit of pan searing would have gone a long way. I had to get another drink. One second. I had some Alfredo today. Nice, dude. Ginger says Power GPU. I strongly recommend Power GPU if you're looking for a computer, by the way. Just gonna throw that out there for anyone thinking about it. Yep. Strongly recommend. Pan searing anything instantly classes it up in my book. See, I feel like we're talking the same language right now. Well said. Well said. I agree. The Boatman, for sure. I'm going to be buying my buddy Barry a new computer in the next couple months, and it's going to be a Power GPU machine. Mm-hmm. Yep. Because me and Barry got some plans. Got some plans, chat. Got some plans. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Yo, can I have one too for funsies? Just a new computer for funsies, Nuri? Just for funsies? Mm-hmm. Oh, wait. Okay. How do you properly pronounce gnocchi? I know gnocchi. I've heard gnocchi called that a couple times, but I'm not sure how to properly pronounce it. Julia, are you in here? Julia would know. Gnocchi? Gnocchi. Really? Gnocchi. Why did I think it was called gnocchi? Gnocchi. Julia, do you pronounce gnocchi? Well, do you pronounce Gnocci as gnocchi? Is there English? Maybe. Because you're thinking of it like Gucci. Maybe that's why. Gnocchi. Okay. So why is gnocchi pronounced gnocchi, and why is it pronounced goosey? Gookie. why is it not a gookie bag and instead of a Gucci bag? It should be called a gookie bag. Because English? Oh. Okay, fine. Because gookie sounds silly? Not wrong. Oh, your ship looks pretty good, man. What are we doing here?
Well, time you showed up. All right, I want to know what's going on. I've been trying to get Delgado's attention for, I don't know, 3 years now. And
Like
what do
your
I
hat.
get? Nothing but radio silence. Then out of nowhere, just when Neva and I are closing in on a huge score of our own, Delgado orders me to help you out.
Why are you following Delgado's orders if you're not in the Crimson Fleet?
Because the only way to achieve a win is by agreeing to play the game in the first place. Worst case scenario, I don't make the fleet, but I end up a couple thousand credits richer. That's almost a win-win, don't you think?
So, we were having a talk that apparently
Drink some water before
I've been
you
pronouncing
crumble.
it Nochi. It's Noki. That was very quick to point it out. I was telling them about your delicious spinach pasta tonight and how I said that you should pan fry it with garlic and butter, and you immediately were like, you're from this.
Yep.
Yeah. Is this the bread you made? Not bad. It's not doughy.
No, absolutely not doughy.
Lane is experimenting with new bread making techniques.
I feel like I don't know. I just feel like lacking.
It's
And
lacking flavor? You think so?
I mean, but at the same time, sandwich bread.
It's just sandwich bread, right? Yeah.
So
I think it's great.
it's better than
Now, what you should do,
grocery
what you should do is take a pan and put some butter and garlic in it. And you should fry the bread on each side.
store. Fry you.
Little salt. Yeah. You'll fry me on each side. Is that a promise?
Hey, you're the person that fried butter is made for.
Fried butter? Deep fried butter. From the fair? Yeah.
Battered.
Did you? Okay, they actually, I kid you not.
Butter and garlic makes everything better.
I love saying this
True.
because every time I say this, if you listen closely, I live on the East Coast of the United States, and every time I say this, if you listen closely, just tilt your head a little bit, and you can hear at least 5 to 10 Europeans' head explode with what I'm about to say. Here in the United States at our fairs, we have, and I kid you not, deep fried butter. That's the food.
On a stick.
On a stick. You literally take butter and you put it on a stick and then you deep fry the,
You
the
dip
butter.
You dip it in batter first. I mean, but to be fair, at the fair you can get anything.
You can get anything deep fried in the butter. Yeah,
Deep fried.
sure.
Like, just anything you could imagine, it's at the fair deep.
You get deep fried ice cream.
Oh. Fried
Deep fried Oreos.
Twinkies.
Yep, Twinkies.
Yep.
Mhm.
Scotch egg.
Wait, can you deep fry eggs? No, that's weird. I don't know how you do that.
You want some butter?
People are saying that's Scotch eggs. Oh, deep fried bacon's a big thing. Yeah. Oh, you deep fry a hard boiled egg. It's called Scottish eggs. You bread the eggs and deep fry them. A Scotch egg. I've never had that before. I've never even heard of that.
Like
Have you heard of that before?
No.
I've never heard of that before. That's wild. Oh wow, Bros just linked me a Wikipedia entry. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's got the like exterior and everything. Huh.
Egg in
Yeah, it is. It's like an egg and a hush puppy. That's right. That's just deep fried bread for those wondering. A hush puppy's just deep fried bread. That's all that is.
corn
Yep.
bread, kind of.
Sort of.
Lightly. It's
Nuriel says Scotch eggs are covered with sausage, then breaded and deep fried. That actually sounds pretty good. So if you like gnocchi, you should try Romanian gombiti. Same dough filled with plums and rolled in breadcrumbs and sugar or some chocolate sauce. Oh wow. What are we talking about?
He doesn't like fruit.
Not a
Like
big fruit guy.
Any fruit at all.
I'll,
he doesn't.
I'll eat me a good apple.
He
Yeah.
He will eat an apple
And a
or a
banana.
banana because he feels like he should because it's good for him.
Yeah.
But he does not
I do.
like fruit.
Not a big fruit guy. Don't like grapes. Don't like cherries. I like limes. I like lemons.
But it's not like you peel a lime and eat it. You
I
don't
mean, I
peel
would.
an orange and eat it. We have limes in the fridge. You
Watermelon.
never.
I like watermelon. Yeah, I do.
Okay, don't lie to these.
Watermelon?
You eat what? Like, if all summer long, you have probably eaten 2 bites of
That's something. Madam.
That is not what you do with something you like.
I mean, I don't aggressively go after watermelon.
But if you liked it.
Yeah.
you
I
would-
like watermelon Jolly Ranchers. That's valid. I like the flavor.
I'm just like, how do you not like food?
Yeah.
Is amazing.
Man, I haven't had a Jolly Rancher in way too long. They still make those?
Ugh. That is just.
I don't even know if they still
No,
make
thank you.
those, but they do. Ash and Trath, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Cohh is an American, confirmed. Oh, that's very confirmed. Yes. Lena, Dimitri requires your pets. I don't know if you. Okay. Oh yeah. He's just staring at you. This cat is now on like 4x the time they gave him, which is fantastic.
Oh yeah.
He's doing so well. Yeah, for those that don't know, Dimitri was diagnosed and has a fatal heart condition. And they told us what, 2 to 6? Is that what they told us?
3 to 6 months.
3 to 6 months.
A year ago.
A year ago.
Yep.
They told us this cat has 3 to 6 months to live a year ago. And since that time, he has put on multiple pounds.
Yep.
He is doing just great. He's 17 years old. Yep. And he is at this point living his best life. He gets the whole basement to himself. He has
And I just
total access to me. He gets wet and dry food as much as he wants all the time. If you could give him a new wet food, that'd be great. But no, he's a very, and all he eats is deep fried butter. That's it. That's all we feed him is deep fried butter. That's it. Yep. Entire diet is deep fried butter. 17 is great for an indoor cat life. Yeah, he's doing great, man. He's really doing great. He's been with us for a long time. Okay. Yes, thank you. That's the I don't know if you saw the new one. I got like this new scented sealed one upstairs. I gotta bring it down though.
now that I'm going, I'm off. So
The boy's already done? Oh nice. Okay.
I-
Me if you need anything.
and it-
Yeah, Eddie, our donkey, one of our donkeys, Eddie Murphy, currently having an eye issue that Lena is dealing with. So
There are
she is
3 sick
medicating him.
creatures.
3 sick creatures. We've got 2.
3 things.
3. Dimitri, Eddie. Who's the last one?
And
Well, I don't know if I count him as a creature.
He's
That
a
is our
creature.
2-year-old son.
Human beings are creatures.
3. We have 3 sick creatures. One of them just happens to be our 2-year-old son.
We're
But yeah,
animals.
we are all animals. That's true.
Like,
That's true.
Come on, we're creatures.
Yep.
You-
Somebody asked how the new donkey is.
Oh,
Really?
he's so
Yeah.
so
For those who don't know, we have a donkey named Eddie Murphy. Well, actually, his exact name is Eddie Murphy, but his name is Eddie Murphy. And what's funny is when we got Eddie Murphy, he's been our donkey for years. He's been great. And recently, we wanted to get him a friend, so we actually went back to the donkey rescue.
Did you tell him?
About
Heartwarming?
Tux? Not really. No.
Oh my gosh.
No, I didn't tell him the heartwarming pony story. Not exactly.
I interrupted. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
Oh.
go ahead. Tell him the heartwarming pony story. You got to speak into the mic though, because you're kind of far.
Oh. Into the mic. So we got a donkey from somebody that I've known for like a decade. Sorry, we got a pony
A pony.
from somebody that I've
We
known
rescued a pony.
for like a decade.
Yep.
Who kid had outgrown it, and so we got this pony with the idea that the boys would enjoy having a pony. And
I literally got my kids a pony.
And he's a very, very sweet pony.
And you know what they did? They said, we want to play Minecraft.
And
Which I was thrilled about. But
how
still.
do you outgrow a pony? You outgrow a pony because you get too heavy to ride the pony.
Yeah. Ponies are not large equines. They are smaller equines.
You're only
So-
supposed to be between like 15 to 20% of
Yep.
your horse's body weight. Otherwise, you're too heavy to be on them. So, anyway. So we have the pony. Then decides to get the kids computers. And Rowan says, I already know how to ride. I'm like, you know how to sit on a horse? Not the same. But okay, Kai's like, nope, don't want to ride that. Not ever. No, thank you. And he's never had any interest. So I contacted the people we got the pony from. They got him from a horrible place. But anyway.
Yeah, they saved him from a horrible place.
They did.
He was in a position that was very, very bad for him.
Yes.
Like, so they rescued him, and then we rescued him from there.
Mm-hmm. So I contacted them and I was like, look, my kids they're not playing with him like I think he deserves. I think that horses deserve somebody to love on them, groom them. They like to have that bond, that relationship. So, I said, do you know anybody else that has small kids that's interested? He said, our son that outgrew that pony has not gone in the barn since the pony left. That he doesn't want to ride a horse, he doesn't want to pet a horse, he doesn't want to brush a horse unless it is.
Yep.
So he came and he picked up the pony and he brought him back, and his kid had no idea and showed up with the pony, and the kid was like, oh my god, thank you, and was like so excited and delighted to have his buddy back. And he's too big to ride him, but he's gonna retire there and basically just get loved on by this kid that has this huge connection with him. And so it's I don't know.
Which is not, for the record,
I think it's like super sweet.
That's not uncommon. It's very common that people that have physical maladies that don't allow them to ride still keep horses.
So
yeah. This is like a situation where it's kind of like that, where it's like this person's too old to ride Tux, which is the name of the pony, but he still loves him as an animal or a pet, so yeah, it's pretty great. It's pretty great. So we're thrilled that he's being returned. And honestly, like I don't think anyone realized how much of a bond they had made when we first took Tux. So it's good to have him back. But the reason we're telling this story is when Tux returned, Tux and Eddie were buddies.
They were pasture mates.
Yeah, they were pasture mates. So the pony and the donkey hung out together. So when Tux went back to the original owners, we had to get a buddy for Eddie. So we actually went back to the rescue that we got Eddie at, and they had a donkey that was Eddie's buddy 5 years ago.
We actually have had Eddie longer than Winston.
Yeah. So 5 years ago, Eddie had a friend at the donkey rescue. And that friend was still at the donkey rescue. So we brought him here.
He'd actually gone to a home and then been returned.
Yeah, he'd been to a home and been returned. So now Eddie is with his longtime friend, and both of them now live in our pasture, and they're just like loving life and being buddies.
They are grumpy old men.
They're both grumpy old men. That's right. They are. They're grumpy old men together.
It's so great.
Which is great. So, yeah, they're BFFs. That's exactly right. They're exactly right. So that worked out great.
What
and now
do we
they're
use
just
our donkeys for? Cuteness.
being cute. We use our donkeys to be cute.
For snuggles. I use my
Snuggles,
donkeys for
yeah,
snuggles.
for sure. But the barn kittens love them. So, yeah.
and look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our barn, we have 2 barn cats and a barn dog. And
3 barn horses, 2 barn dogs, and a flock of barn chickens.
Yep. So, your ass is very cute. Thank you. So is my donkey. Yeah. Absolutely. All right. Anyway.
Okay. All right. Anyway,
you're gonna go
go.
Cool. All right. Catch you in a little bit. Have fun.